Hey everyone, welcome back to another shorter Vinyasa practice. If you're practicing with me in December, you might know that this can be a really busy time of the year. I know for me it is. But that doesn't mean that we can't be consistent with our practice. And if we're trying to build a habit or maintain a habit, consistency is key, because the more that we can repeat an action, the more we're going to create neural pathways in our mind that support this action, so that in the future, we don't have to think about it as much. Okay, we're gonna start in a seated position, just coming and arriving on our mat. You might be kneeling, you might be cross-legged. Close down the eyes. Find the stacking of the shoulders on top of the hips. It's a little tuck of the chin in towards the chest. And connect with the breath, noticing the breath coming in through the nose, filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest, and a breath out through the nose, letting these parts of the body soften. Before we begin to move, we'll take about 5 breaths, and I encourage you to count them. Making these breaths slow and unrushed, kind of using this time as a way to draw our attention inwards. Maybe even setting an intention for this practice. Once you've counted your 5th breath, we'll just open up the eyes. Find your way into a tabletop position. Hands coming underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. A few rounds of our cat and cow. Breathe in as you open the chest. Look up, lift through the tailbone. As we exhale, push away from the ground, draw the chin into the chest, lift up through the belly button. Inhale to open. Arching through the back, extending the spine. Exhaling to round. Let's go about 3 more. Maybe adding on any movements that feel good. Moving the ribs from side to side. Maybe shifting the hips forward and back. Find your way back through center, tuck onto the toes, lift your knees off the ground, hips back to downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal out your feet here, dropping one heel down, dropping that other heel down. Noticing sensations in the body as they arise. For example, I find my calves are quite tight today. So I'm noticing it particularly in that part of the body. You might be different. And then find a moment of stillness. Hips are pressing up. Push through your hands to draw your chest back closer towards your thighs. Inhale as you start to roll yourself forward, coming into your tabletop position, but this time with your knees off the ground. As we exhale, send yourself back into downward facing dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, roll forward, knees hovering off the ground. Strong brace of the core. As we exhale, lift your hips up and back. Let's go about 3 more here. Inhale, rolling forward, keeping the head in a neutral position. Exhale, lifting it up. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, lifting up, softening the heels towards the ground. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lift up and hold. Similar to that, we're just gonna add on a little bit. Inhale as your right toes sweep high, three-legged dog. Keep your right leg long, but exhale as you roll forward, left knee hovers to the ground. Inhale as you lift your right foot back up, three-legged dog. Exhale as you roll forward, left knee hovers. Let's go 2 more, breathe in, lift it up. Exhale to roll forward. 1 more, breathe and lift it up. Exhale, roll forward, hover, hold for 1 more breath. Engage through the glutes and the core. And then lower the left knee down to the ground. Untuck your left toe. Inhale as you lift your right heel up, lift through the chest. Imagine your cow pose. As you exhale, draw the right knee underneath your body towards the nose. Inhale as you lift up, open the chest, exhale to round. If you wanted more, left hand reaches forward as well. Inhale, lift up, thumb lifts to the sky. Exhale, draw underneath the body, imagine left elbow towards the right calf. 1 more, breathe and lift it up. Exhale to curl underneath. Maybe left hand hovers off the ground. Try step your right foot outside your right hand. You might need to use your hand to help you here. And then walk your hands forward, find a kneeling lunge. Right knee on top of the right ankle. Softening the hips in the direction of the ground, lifting up through the chest. You might be on fingertips here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out. Draw the shoulder blades back a little bit more. Left hand comes down to the ground. Inhale as you reach your right hand high, twisted lunge. Exhale to hold. So you're thinking right shoulder back, left shoulder underneath. Your left toes, turn them towards the left side of your mat. Step your right foot to the back, modified side plank. Lift your hips up high, and if you did feel like a little bit more, push through the right foot, slide your left foot back as well into your modified or your full side plank here. Left hand underneath the shoulder. Right hand reaches to the front. Can you lift your ribs up high, lift your hips even a little high? Let's hold 1 more breath. Getting a beautiful opening through the right side body. Right hand comes down, breathe in, plank position. As we exhale, knees or toes, chaturanga, come down onto your belly. Untuck your toes at the bottom. Let's find Shalabhasana, locust pose. Start by lifting through the chest, engage the glutes, roll the shoulders back, and then lift your feet off the ground. I like to have my feet hip width distance here, but you might be different. Feel free to keep the hands down or reach the hands behind you as well. Take another deep breath in. Can you lift up a little bit higher? And then as you exhale, come down, hands by the ribs, push up to your knees, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Okay, we're going to repeat that sequence just 1 more time on the other side. Breathe in as you sweep your left toes high, three-legged dog. Square the shoulders here. Exhale, roll forward. Keep the left leg long, but hover the right knee off the ground. Almost like a three-legged table. Inhale, push your hips back up, left foot lifts. Exhale, roll forward. 2 more, breathe in, lift up. Push through your hands. Exhale, roll forward. 1 more, lift it up. Exhale, roll forward, hold. And then lower the right knee down to the ground, untuck the right toes. Breathe in as you lift your left foot high, arch through the back, open the chest. Exhale to round, tuck the knee in towards the chest. Inhale to open, squeeze the back of the leg, push through the ground. Exhale to round. 2 more, if you felt like more, right hand lifts up, breathe in. Exhale to curl, imagine right elbow towards the left calf. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, round. Maybe the right hand comes down. If you wanted the challenge, keep it off. Left foot steps forward. Might be a bit of momentum to get there. Okay, maybe shuffle the left foot forward a little bit more so that when you sink your hips down, left knee is stacked on top of the ankle. Come to fingertips, lift up through the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Let's go one more breath. Right hand plants down. Breathe in as you reach your left hand up high. Twisted lunge, exhale, hold. Right toes turn to the right. Step your left foot back, modified side plank, lift your hips up high. Maybe you stay here. Maybe your right foot wiggles back as well. Full side plank, Vashisthasana. Left hand reaches up to the front. Can you lift your hips up really high? Kind of feel the ribs separate from the hips. One more breath. Left hand comes down to the ground. Find your plank position. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, Chaturanga, come back down. Untuck the toes, breathe in as you lift up, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Make your legs as long as possible. Roll the shoulders back and down, maybe the hands reach back as well. One more breath. Come down to the ground, hands by the ribs, push up to child's pose. Inhale, come to your knees. As you exhale, sink your hips back towards the heels. Take about 5 breaths here just to kind of round out transition. Allowing any tension within the body to melt away. Walk yourself back. Come up to seated. If you did have more time and just wanted to sit in stillness, go for it. Otherwise, thank you so much for practicing with me. Again, short and sweet. Keep it consistent, keep it easy and manageable, and then the times where you do have more space, you do have more time, they will come. Thank you for being with me here. I look forward to seeing you again, either here on YouTube or on Patreon, where we have some longer classes. See you next time.